1, 2, 3. Brian, is this part of the tune?
That thing gets down.
So these two fine vehicles behind me surprisingly have a lot in common. For one, they're white. 2, they have absolutely gorgeous lines. And 3, they are slow as molasses. But today, we are fixing that. My son's GMC Denali. No, it is not diesel powered, it's electrified, but that's okay, we gotta start him somewhere. This thing came with an absolutely garbage tune from the factory, and while me being me and us being enthusiasts, we absolutely had to change that, and it was a very simple process. To really allow this thing to reach its maximum potential, I had to buy this $10 Milwaukee battery adapter off of Amazon so I can plug in this 6 amp hour fully charged battery so I can send my son to the moon later, completely unsuspecting.
You kidding? The kid's gonna be like,
yeah!
faster!
This is my 2022 Audi RS6 Avant. It is an absolutely fantastic car, but it's very limited in so many capacities. The 4.0 liter twin turbo V8 is tuned from Audi to basically perform in all elements, that from sea level all the way up to Pikes Peak. Me being in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, I could care less about the altitude and air density of Pikes Peak, and I would like to be on a beach, honestly, but I also don't need it to perform at sea level. I need it to perform really well where I'm at right now. So today, finally, we're gonna unleash some of this 4-liter twin turbo V8's power. We happen to have Brian from Unitronic with us to help out in that process. How's it going? He happens to be in Pennsylvania and also happens to have an R8 that absolutely takes a shit on my own. Because it's twin turboed and it happens to be tuned by Unitronic. It makes 850 wheel horsepower. It's an all-wheel drive model. I'm gonna go for a ride in it later, maybe? Absolutely. I'm gonna hate myself for selling mine. We're also going to compare this car to 8-Ball, and maybe we'll compare just so I can lose. You guys catch me. Speaking of this truck, it's actually up for grabs right now. If you guys want a chance to take this thing with $20,000 home, then you might want to grab some entries before the August 9th deadline for 8-Ball, my absolute baby. I can't believe I'm giving this truck away. I've said that before, I'm gonna say it again, but it was so perfect, I couldn't change it, and I genuinely wanted to see you jump behind the wheel. So grab some entries, check out all the information on the site, and maybe we'll see you in the middle of August to hand over this truck. God, I'm gonna be so sad. All right, guys, so I know you want to get into the juice and the meat of this upload, which is flashing this thing. We're going to take this 4-liter twin turbo V8 from the factory, very underwhelming, 550 wheel horsepower to 700 horsepower with 1 flash and 1 tune. But I have a quick story time. So I met Brian through the weirdest grapevine ever. I took this car out to run some errands one day, very monotonous, very boring life errands, and the car sparked a ton of conversations from random enthusiasts along the way. And all of those conversations happened to be very Audi focused from other Audi VW owners, and the end of that conversation was, well, who should I, as Jack, go with for tuning? And every single person said Unitronic. And then that day, that other friend reached out to Brian and said, yo, you should probably get in touch with Jack. And then I had a DM from Brian, and now we're here. So thanks for coming out, man. It's gonna be awesome. Forward to it. All right, guys, so this thing does have a Capristo exhaust. It's on factory cats. The Capristo exhaust is awesome. It definitely livens up the exhaust note a lot. We'll see how that changes a little bit here today, but really the biggest changes are going to be from this very facial reaction, and ultimately how much faster this thing will be with one simple flash.
I think it's gonna be faster than you think.
Yeah.
It should be a 10-second car.
Seriously?
What? Ours ran like 10.8.
All right, guys, so we're in drive right now. We're just gonna floor it.
Maybe I want to sell my R8 in front of these.
All right, I'm done. Here we go. Like, it's fun, but the fun stops after 5,000 RPMs. You feel the boosts kick in, call it 2,500 to 3,000. It spikes super good, and then it just like...
Howdy, how are you? Damn, that one's fresh out. That thing gets down. That dude in the Buick that just came around the curve as you guys went going this way, and I put the camera down and he goes, what? Ain't the Buick good enough to take a picture of?
Now the Buick ain't worth taking a picture of.
Oh, I got you.
That's hilarious.
You ready?
Yes. Oh!
It's consistent every time.
It's consistent, it's smooth, but still the top end lacks everything. And that's really where you're like, but it just doesn't do that. All right, now we should go grab 8-Ball.
Yeah. Dude, it sure is hot in here. I wish this race truck had air conditioning. Ah, now we're good.
I didn't realize you were chill like that.
Yo, what happened that first time, dude?
I forgot to put it in 4-wheel drive. You guys have absolutely no idea how excited I've been about this very moment. We've been in talks with Unitronic now for about the last month, and this moment right here, guys, brings so much excitement. We are about to flash in the new lifeblood to the RS6, and I honestly cannot wait to feel what that 4-liter twin turbo feels like, because what I hear, it's freaking fantastic. All right, guys, Brian is plugging in our connector to OBD2 that then goes to a Windows computer. I downloaded Uconnect, and this should be a really short process.
There you go. We gotta pop the hood.
Seriously?
Yep.
Never knew that. I'm saying stage 1 plus 93.
It's okay.
Literally haven't even left the driveway yet, and we've already got a win. And it's no more 3,000 RPM rev limiter when in park. Huge win, brother. It sounds so much better.
Just peels out the entire driveway.
Boosted launch straight through the driveway.
So it should be like normal driving.
Yep, feels almost exactly the same. Foot pedal's a little more responsive. I gotta pull so much harder up top, dude. Okay, well, that was good.
So like manual mode, 3,500 RPM should be a ton of torque.
Ooh. All right, guys, so we're having a little bit of an issue here, but it's not with the tune. Rather, it's with the guys that actually installed the exhaust.
All right.
We're throwing ourselves under the bus on this one. And it's not Caprice though either, because they made it possible for us to do, but here's our issue. And when you turn the car on, it will check for resistance with this spring right here. This one is installed correctly because this unit right here spins inside of that cutout area, but that one is not. And what'll happen is this car's actually throwing a soft code, which doesn't show up as a check engine light, but it's code P0476, and that is a code related to this sensor. We're gonna mess with this thing here and see if it really opens it up, because it'll actually limit boost. So we can't quite recall, but it's either like 17 or 20 pounds, and this car should be probably more than that all the way through the RPM range, because it feels a lot different down low, but up top, it didn't feel all that different. So we knew there was an issue.
It puts it into a limp mode.
Yep, exactly. It's a soft limp mode though, so you can still drive the car.
Yeah. So it's trying to spin the other way.
We have it loaded in there backwards. Yep, it moved. So it actually moved to where our X's were, and then it moved back. Brian, is this part of the tune? It must be one of those European wagon things. That's it. See, these guys really know their customer.
That thing is jacked.
It's like 6 inches of lift.
Holy shit, dude.
That's a lot different.
This is a different car now. Wow, it pulls so much harder, dude. You went on a search and discovery with that one. That's like a ghost code. You don't even know that anything like that's happening.
That's that mid-range and top.
Wow, okay.
Bro.
Totally different. That's the top end that we were anticipating.
This thing is insane.
It's a supercar killer.
That is awesome. Whoa, she eats, dude. Holy shit. Brian's hand's like.
I want to see what it feels like from launch now.
Me too.
I can tell the difference.
Yeah, big time now. And that's stage 1? What you mean to tell me is after 1 comes 2?
It's always happened. You get a new car, you tune it, you make it super fast, and then my face hurts.
You can feel the front end lift up on this thing. Does the mid-range feel a lot better?
Linear feels like there's way more on-demand power. Doesn't feel like you need the car to shift down a gear or two to actually get you where you're trying to go. And burbles every downshift. It's perfect.
That's not right.
That is good. That is very good. It's like
For how heavy this thing is, it's fast.
it hauls groceries and ass. How do we launch? Holy shit, Oh my God. The RS6 is alive! I said in the beginning of the video it would be very easy. If it wasn't for some idiots' complications, it would have been very easy. It was a technical issue on our behalf. The flashing process was so simple, it literally took 5 minutes. You guys saw the reaction. I can't stop smiling right now. We are going to do what we talked about earlier in the video. We're gonna break out the Audi brothers. That is a Unitronic tuned Boost Logic turbo kit. Audi R8, it makes 850 wheel horsepower. This thing is now making 700 wheel horsepower. Power to weight ratio difference, substantial. 3,700 pounds, 850, 5,000 pounds, 700 wheel. It's still gonna put up, it won't shut up. This thing is angry now and I love it. The crazy thing is, there's still more reliable power to be made on the line, but we're gonna have to save that for another time. Let's hear this R8. I'd say it lives up to its name.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, 1, 2, 3. The torque is absurd, dude. Like, it just stepped out. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, I hit the rev limiter. All right, I'm gonna let off. We'll do that again. I rev limited that out. All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. That thing f***ing moves, dude. That is sick. The torque this little displacement motor puts out is so f***ing impressive. Yes, this feels so glorious right now. I'm in a V10 Plus with 2 turbos behind me.
Ready?
Yep. Jesus, the top end of this car is absolutely insane. It's just so good. It's just so good. Hey, that's where we're wrapping up, guys. Brian's on his way back to northern Pennsylvania. I gotta say, thank you to Unitronic big time. I'm pumped. The fact that this thing held its own against that animal right there. There's one thing you don't mess with, 5.2 liter V10 twin turbo cars, but this thing holds its own. And the crazy thing is, guys, at 700 wheel horsepower, there's actually still a very significant amount of power left on the table. It is very much what I was hoping it would be, to say the least. So, I gotta say, this video is not at all sponsored by Unitronic. I did purchase everything. We do have some other mods that are in store for this thing that we'll be getting to in the future. We have a really exciting video that's in the pipeline that we're actually gonna wanna recruit all of you to help with. It's kind of a long story. We'll get into the details in another video, but I've always liked to give back in a lot of different ways, and this is going to help recruit you guys to do it actually completely for free. And last but not least, if you guys haven't entered for my baby, right here behind me, 8-Ball, I seriously question why. This truck is incredible. I love it so much, and one of you are gonna get it. And hopefully love it even more. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. But seriously, guys, grab some entries before August 9th, because that's when it is finished.
Yeah, I got one virtual, got one in that dead, the only 2, man. How many times have I shown improvement, man? How many nights I've been woke, swerving the potholes, not trying to f up the wheels on the road, okay? Funny how life goes, he thought he was sick, now we wiping his nose, okay? Soon as you give him your soul, you blow up in this